Hey there, I am still on day 8 of my narcissist recovery. Totally different outfit than earlier today. It's like an ADHD thing. Sometimes, like, all of a sudden, I just hate my clothes and I have to get them off and put something completely different on. So, yeah, same day, different outfit, total ADHD sensitivity thing. This has been the craziest day. Again, like, I have like a whole new reality and a whole new life that I have to like figure out, which is fine. I went on a date in addition to just my whole life like changing in the blink of an eye. But I am a silver lining kind of gal, so it's like, why stop living just because you have a weird day? I don't know what to make of that evening. I just don't know what to make of it, but I will give this guy credit for making it happen because no one else has the balls to do that. So at the very least, that was a positive. That it's like you asked for it, you made it happen. So that's a I don't know, hopeful. But I am overwhelmed, which definitely happens. Like I finally hit a saturation point where I've had to take in too much today, and I had to like just be done with it and process and try to decide if I want to continue talking to this guy or see him again. I don't know. It's not that important right now. I think the thing that's really challenging is like I'm in some interesting emotions, and there's some that I'm definitely trying to avoid. And while I was out earlier, it's like, again, the only person I want to talk to and be with right now is the narcissist, which is crazy because, like, what I think he is or knew him to be is not what he is. But, like, right now, he's the only person that I want to process anything with. And, it was evident to me as I'm like spending time with this other guy, which is fine. Like I'm trying, to move on with my life and try to establish a healthy relationship at some point. But like, I just did not want to share my emotions, like getting a hug. Like that's not like I'm not okay. Like I'm not ready for that. The last person I hugged was the narcissist, and that was the last time I saw him. And it was the biggest, longest hug we've ever had, and he's the only person I would want that from right now. And and a part of me, while I was just out earlier, wanted to just show up on his doorstep. It's where I want to be right now. But I'm not doing it, and I did not show up. I came home, and I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to try to sleep, and get on with it. But that, despite what I know about him and him being a narcissist, like the only place I felt emotionally safe was with him 2 months ago. And he's the only person I would really trust with what I'm thinking about right now. And I know that that's weird because he's not a reality, or not the person I think he is. And yeah, I'm just having a hard time with it right now. Again, I know not to go there. I understand all of that. But with like what's on my mind right now, like I just want to like show up on his doorstep and just go to bed and stay there with him for a few days. And I can't do that, and I won't do that, but it doesn't mean I don't feel it. So this is such a weird process. The ups and downs of this are wild. It's I thought like I was done with like all these like massive swings late fall, but I'm not. It's just the adventure keeps going, and it's not all bad. It's really not. I think it having to confront this relationship and the darkness that it was and the emotional abuse of it is important and something I still need to keep doing. And clearly, as you can see, it definitely is not linear. Thought I was doing great till today, and today he's the only one I want to be with. And I realized that that's just a false memory, I think, even though some of those moments were very real. And like right now, he wouldn't even be in the headspace to empathize or do any of the things I need, obviously, because I think I made him probably very angry yesterday. Rightly so. And at this point, I'm not really saying anything of any importance. What I did do was, driving home, I did put on my favorite band, Afghan Wigs, I've been listening to for probably 40 years. And it's interesting how an album that you've listened to over and over and over again, the Gentleman album, right? Like, I had a whole different relationship with those songs, like, over the years. And then I listened to it last week, and all of a sudden, it was like the first 5 songs completely changed meaning for me because I could hear the narcissist in those, whereas I used to hear more of myself, like, when I was in my early 20s. In fact, an interesting thing, and I just told my therapist this, is the very first song I heard from them was called Conjure Me, and I heard it in high school. And the lyric that stood out to me was, I'm going to turn on you before you turn on me. And at the age of 16, that lyric hit me so hard, and I related to it. To the point that, like, I fell in love with the band, and I've been following them ever since, and I bought the album and all of those things. But, like, how dark is it that for a 16-year-old to have a lyric like that go so deep into her soul? I was an avoidant then. And when I was thinking about even the boyfriends I had in high school, including the narcissist, I cut and run on all of them at the first sign of any particular challenge. The first sign of a real emotion, I left all of them. I didn't work it out. It was like, I've been doing that since the first boyfriend I ever had, right? So I've been that way my whole life. Gonna turn on you before you turn on me. And yet, in just the past week, well, that's a different album. That's not the Gentleman album. That's Congregation. But the Gentleman album in particular, I also, like, in my early 20s, I was like, that's me, all those songs, right? But this past week, I hear him in all of those. So I thought it would be healthy to re-listen to that tonight in the car, just to remember what I am dealing with, so that I keep moving forward. It's okay for me to acknowledge that, like, kind of need them right now, but kind of don't, right? I don't really need anything other than me, my friends, my family, my usual, my village. And I appreciate all of you, and we'll see how this keeps going. Thanks.